Hi everybody, welcome back to PCS 101. This is for our class for Tuesday, the 9th of August. And if you look in the notes below, you'll see that I have included a summary of all of the feedback that you submitted into me with your peer speeches. And I, of course, sent you private individual feedback from myself, but I've got a summary of all of the comments from your classmates, both strengths and weaknesses. And in terms of today, I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page with our upcoming speech. And that's speech number 2, the informative speech. As you know, the first speech, the autobiographical speech, was 5 minutes, where you had a chance to introduce yourself to your audience. And now you have 10 minutes in which to teach your audience something. And I'm asking that you use one audio or visual aid. And I stopped counting after 1, but you can use as many as you like. And we talked a little bit previously about how the visual aid should supplement, not replace, your speech delivery. So some of you have already contacted me for your practice speech for speech number 2. Thank you. If you haven't done so, please do so before speech number 2 is due. And you can see that speech number 2 is going to be due on the 11th, which is this upcoming Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And you will upload your speech much like you did with your first speech to the top Moodle folder that I will be creating that will be called speech number 2. So do contact me before the 11th if you haven't already done so about your practice speech. And you can also see that we have a quiz that's scheduled for today. And much like last time, you can copy and paste that quiz into a word processing document and then save it as a PDF and then send that to my email, ruiz@gcc.mass.edu. And it's similar to the last quiz in that it's 20 questions. And that is due on Thursday the 11th by 9 a.m. Open book, open notes, so feel free to use class resources. And I'm hopeful again that those quiz questions will assist you with putting together your second speech. And I wanted to show you some sample speeches. Much like we saw sample speeches for the autobiographical speech, you'll see that I have 2 sample speeches. This is in the second section of the notes below. 2 student sample speeches that are informative speeches. Again, we can't necessarily evaluate these speeches based on length because they weren't necessarily delivered with the requirements of our class, but it would also give you an opportunity to identify a strength and a weakness, and that will be today's attendance question. I'm asking you to list one strength and one weakness of both of the sample questions above, and to post that on our class discussion forum by Thursday, the 11th at 9 a.m. So you have 2 things to do for this class. The first, to watch the sample speeches, sample informative speeches, and to list a strength and weakness in our discussion forum question. And then secondly, to complete quiz 2 and to submit that to me. So I will leave you with these assignments. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. And we will continue on next class with speech number 2, informative. Take care. Bye-bye.